everybody, the Book Dad here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my very first unboxing video. Got the box right here. Got the scissors right here. I'm ready to go. So what is it that I'm unboxing today? Well, the 5th secret project by my favorite author, Brandon Sanderson. That's right, this is Isles of the Emberdark. It finally got here. I've been waiting forever, it seems like. So this book was the 5th secret project, and it was connected to the release of the leather-bound edition of Words of Radiance, which Brandon Sanderson and Dragonsteel ran a Kickstarter campaign last year, a little over a year ago, to raise the money to produce that awesome edition of Words of Radiance, and then surprised all of us once again. He's the master of secrets, isn't he? With another secret project that we didn't know was coming. And this book, Isles of the Emberdark, is based off of, or at least uses, the same story from Arcanum Unbounded in the Cosmere called Sixth of Dusk, which was a short story that was included in that Arcanum Unbounded collection and was really cool. And this story, like all of Brandon Sanderson's work, has an amazing magic system. In this one, you've got sort of this symbiotic relationship that happens between the people and birds that sort of, I guess, sit on their shoulder. And what happens is basically you get these visions of danger or things that could happen to you in the future if you walked a certain way or went down this path or whatever. You'd see a vision basically of your dead body and then know that if you went that way, that's what would happen to you. So you go another way basically. And so also connected to that idea is this jungle that this main character goes through. And he's able to go through this jungle because of the bird that he has that allows him to navigate through all of the dangerous things that are there and the monsters and creatures that are there in the jungle that make it basically impossible for anybody else to even survive there. And it also has this unique aspect of where he's basically going on this watercraft in between these islands, and the idea of wayfinding. There's sort of almost a Polynesian sort of cultural borrowing that happens with the story. And I think that Branderson has said in either interviews or maybe it was in the postscript to that story how he is interested in that culture. And actually I just saw a video from him on YouTube recently that talks about how he sort of came up with this idea like before the Disney movie Moana came out, and then was like, oh, well, that's kind of like what I was already planning to do. So that was kind of an interesting video. So yeah, Sixth of Dusk is, and what I've heard from that story is basically being used in Isles of the Emberdark sort of as some flashbacks that occur, sometimes like he does with the Stormlight Archive books. He's going to use that story spaced throughout the Isles of the Emberdark as a flashback to what's going on currently on that planet. And I think also he said that this story is the farthest forward in the timeline of the Cosmere. So this is the most futuristic story, supposedly, in the Cosmere. And that's interesting in and of itself. I know it might have maybe a little bit more science fiction elements rather than fantasy, because I know some things are sort of starting to kind of move that direction in the Cosmere. So pretty cool to see and find out. But hey, without further ado, let's unbox this thing and see how it looks. All right, so we've got air on the side of awesome. Sounds like a phrase from Lyft, right? And Dragonsteel logo there. All right. So let's see how this looks. Oh, look at this. Art is about emotion, examination, and going places people have never gone before to discover and investigate new things. Wit. Nice little phrase there. Creating our worlds to inspire yours. All right, let's see what they have come up with. Nice wrapping in here. Oh, okay. So first off, yeah, that's right. There was some bonus material that came along with this. Let's see here. Oh, cool. Ah, come out. A bookmark. Awesome. Could always use more bookmarks, especially Cosmere bookmarks. All right. Because if you recall in one of my previous videos, I'm in 22 different series at the same time. And so bookmarks are very important to me. All right, we got a character pin. Sweet. Sixth of the Dusk. Yeah, and there, see, you got the bird there on him. Looks kind of like a pirate. Cool. All right. And then looks like a sticker. All right. Sticker. Awesome. Okay. Now to the main event. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Isles of the Emberdark by Brandon Sanderson. Secret Project leather-bound premium hardcover edition. Man, that is awesome. So as you can see on my shelf behind me, I've got his previous 4 Secret Project special editions, and with those ones, unfortunately I wasn't I hadn't returned, I should say, to the world of Brandon Sanderson when the original 4 Secret Projects were being released. I had at that time only read the first Mistborn book, and I think so. I heard about that project maybe towards the end of that year, basically when all of those boxes were already distributed and delivered. And so then later on, the following year, I think is when I got back into Branderson. So it's been, I guess, 2 years ago is when I returned to the fold and started again with Mistborn, and then read through that, and then started Stormlight Archive, and read all of the other standalone Cosmere books, and have moved through Era 2 of Mistborn now, and so I still haven't read a couple of those secret projects from before, but I'm getting my way through the rest of the Cosmere. So it's been over the last 2 years basically that I've gotten mostly caught up, and so yeah, and I like how he's got a little bit of a different color scheme for each book, and now this one's black. Never had a black leather bound by him before. I guess some of his Stormlight Archive books that they've converted into those premium editions are like black leather, or at least darker colored leather. So this is really cool. So let's continue unboxing and unwrapping this. Oh, I didn't even notice. That's awesome. It's got black edging on the pages. That is so cool. Man, this thing is like the goth Branderson. Cool. All right. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is cool. Like on the inside cover. Yeah, this does look like he was saying in his video earlier this month or last month, that it does kind of look like Moana. You've got these Polynesian-looking boats. Isles of the Emberdark. Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so here's a picture inside. Looks like this was what was converted into that bookmark that I opened earlier. That's really cool. I love the artwork in these books. It's so pretty. And yeah, that's really cool. And then something's going on in the back of this book where the entire page is black. Wow, that is awesome. Yeah, so you've got these light, regular kind of looking pages in the front, and then these dark pages in the back. I don't know what's going on with that. That kind of reminds me of the Tress of the Emerald Sea book, where it changes colors depending on which spore ocean they've moved into. It's on the writing on the pages, the coloring of the ink and stuff. So that's really cool. That reminds me of the multicolors of Neverending Story back in the day. If you've never read that book, it switches between green and red ink depending on whether you're in Fantastica or in the real world. So that kind of, yeah, I'll have to see. Yeah, what is the difference between these dark pages and these lighter colored ones? So, yeah, again, You got some sort of snake-like creature and these Polynesian-looking boats and sort of hieroglyphic type things. Yeah, that is really cool, man. And I don't know if you can tell on the video. I'll try to sort of angle this a couple of ways to see if you can kind of catch that there's, you know, this, of course, this gold bird and the gold writing and everything, but then there's a standout part behind it that you can tell when the light hits it in a certain way. And it does it on the back too. So that's that snake creature or something there. Oh, and it's even kind of got it on the spine. That is really cool. I gotta tell you, Dragonsteel and Branderson, you guys, you hit a home run every single time you release one of these leather-bound projects. They are so well done. The art is immaculate. The covers that they have are all really pretty and interesting, and these just make absolute standout additions for your bookshelf. So I am really happy with this. I can't wait to get to it. I do have some other books I got to read first in the Cosmere, so until I can get to Isles of the Emberdark. But hey, thanks for joining me on this unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. How many of you are into Brandon Sanderson? Is he your favorite author too, just like me? Have you gotten his secret projects, or have you read the regular editions that are out? If you haven't gotten the secret projects, I have to tell you, like, obviously they're more expensive than getting the regular edition, but to me, they are so worth it. They have such care and attention to detail all throughout. All of the, I mean, this one, from what I can tell, Isles of Emberdark, and all of the other secret projects that I have that have been released previously, they are all so great. And the artwork is amazing. The edging on the pages, the different little features that they have on the inside, just awesome. Like I'm really happy with this. This is great. And it's going to make a great addition to my bookshelf. Now, as you can see, my bookshelf up there doesn't have a lot of room on my Brander shelf. It is totally full. So another bit of news coming up for the Book Dad channel is this week we have a new bookshelf arriving. And so I am actually going to be able to expand my bookshelf here and actually move this to a different part of the house and fill it with some other things, and then put in a new bookshelf behind me that I can dedicate a few more shelves to my books. Because right now, I know you can see these 4 shelves, but there's also 1 shelf below and 2 shelves above that. You know, some trade secrets here, and that don't have my collection of books. Well, they have my books, but not the ones that are geared towards this channel. And so I'm going to be able to, you know, dedicate a little bit more shelf space to the books that I want to highlight for all of you. And so that's exciting. Hopefully in the next week or 2, we'll be able to get that all set up, and you'll get a bit of a new look to the Book Dad channel. But until then, I'll be admiring Isles of the Emberdark, and I'm so happy to get this, and thank you to Dragonsteel and Brandon Sanderson for putting out another awesome product. And thank you to all of you for showing up and coming and watching these videos. I really appreciate it. I've had a really fun time making them for you, and I hope that you'll stick around, and please like and subscribe to this, and you know, watch my other videos too. There's a lot of good ones out there. So thanks for being around, and until the next time, make sure you read to your kids every night. All right, see ya.